everyone. Welcome to Scantily Clad in the Kitchen. My name is Diva LaVida, and I'm here with my very special guest,
Liz Hoffman.
Yay!
Yay!
First time repeat guest,
Woo!
Liz Hoffman.
I'm honored to be the first time repeat guest.
Oh man, I'm so stoked. And she is bringing us something that I did not know you could just make at home.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing today?
We are doing creme brulee, which I know seems super scary. I was super scared of it myself, but I acquired a torch, and then I was like, well, I gotta figure out how to do something with this torch.
Sure.
So I looked up creme brulee. I was very nervous. But after doing it twice now, I've done it twice, successfully both times, I have learned how to do it. And you can too.
All right.
We can do this.
I believe in you.
Thank you. I believe in you. So first, we are going to take your regular saucepan.
Easy peasy.
And 3 cups of heavy cream, also known as heavy whipping cream. Sometimes that's confusing because you go to the grocery store and there's like 3 different kinds of cream. There's
So
like
many
half
creams.
and half and whatever, whole milk. Heavy cream or heavy whipping cream, you're golden.
Cool.
So, let's measure that out. Our handy dandy thing.
I got the whipping cream.
Excellent. The heavy whipping cream.
That's how you have to say it. It's required.
Obviously.
You have to push air into both the consonants and the vowels. Otherwise, it won't come together correctly.
It will not.
Yep.
That H is there for a reason.
Yes.
You really should enunciate it to be proper.
Okay, so far so good.
So far, so good. We're doing okay.
I can see
Heavy
it on the
cream.
side. I can see it on the side.
Ha-ha. Ta-da!
Here, I'll hold this.
Thank you. Measuring cup people have thought of these problems. Woo.
Just barely.
Just barely. We're good. That's good.
Fantastic.
Yay!
And it goes.
So with the cream, you don't actually want it to boil. You just want it to be hot, but we don't want to get it boiling where it's really, really super hot because then it's just going to curdle the eggs when we add it to everything else. So just put it on a low heat for now. We're going to let it do its thing. Occasionally stick a finger in there, test, make sure it's not too hot. We have, of course, washed our hands. It is all right.
Just gonna put my finger in that. Cool.
I will do it. It is okay.
So this recipe does actually call for actual vanilla beans.
It does, if you're being super fancy. If you were using the vanilla bean, you would put it in now and let it do its thing and soak. I'm not that fancy. Vanilla beans scare me. So I am just going to use the vanilla extract, which we will add later. So you need 6 large egg yolks because this is super healthy for you.
So many eggs.
Yay, eggs. Eggs and a crap ton of cream.
So I haven't separated eggs in a real long time. What's the best way to do this?
Carefully.
Okay.
I know,
Okay.
super unhelpful. So you're just gonna lightly crack, and then we don't want the egg whites. So you can stick the egg whites down the drain if you want to save them for something afterwards. Go for it. I don't know your life. And then you just sort of go back and forth till all the whites are gone, and then you stick the yolk in there.
That technique was incredible. Please show me again.
Thank you. Oh, and sometimes that happens.
So I noticed that
It's
you are
okay. It's okay.
a side of the bowl cracker.
Yes.
That came out wrong. You are a side of the bowl breaker of eggs.
Yes.
Not a on the countertop breaker of eggs?
No, because I find it easier to crack, usually without cracking the whole thing. Clearly not at this moment, because I'm recording.
People are watching.
People are watching.
Yeah.
So it gives you a little more control,
Okay.
just cracking the edge, so that you don't like smash the whole thing. But do it whichever way works for you.
Okay.
I am a big believer in
You gotta follow your heart.
following your heart and doing what's right for you.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to cooking. Okay. Da-da-da-da.
These are. It feels so delicate.
Oh, it's not. It's like so messy. And like, if my ham hand itself can do this, anyone can. If you're fancy. There are like special egg separator tools.
Really?
Out there. Yeah. That like you just crack it into and it's got like little holes on the bottom and so all the white runs out.
Huh.
And then you just have the yolk. But I'm not that fancy. So
Did not even know that exists.
yeah. And I actually saw this like little trick on like one of those YouTube videos. Hey. From like Tasty or something, where if you have an empty water bottle, you can do this thing. And I have never tried it. So one of these days I'm going to have to try it and see if it actually works because I'm a little skeptical. Where you like crack the eggs and then you take an empty water bottle and you squeeze it and then release over the yolk and it's supposed to suck the yolk up into it and then you just pop it into the bowl.
What?
So if one of you wants to try it and tell us how it goes,
then maybe the
please do.
next time I attempt.
No,
No,
it's okay. It's okay.
That's incredible.
Ha ha.
That's amazing.
Ha ha.
It's a kitchen miracle.
It's a miracle.
Look at that. Oh, oh, oh.
Come on, little guy. Come on.
That
Come on.
landed directly, like perfectly into another shell, allowing us to continue with the separating process.
You will never have that happen ever again. That was like a one-time miracle.
We preheated the oven at 325.
Yes.
Set your oven now. You'll be fine.
So real quick, we're gonna see where we're going with the milk. Still not warm, so just keep going. Not a big deal. Next, we're gonna whisk our lovely yolks together with granulated sugar. Just regular sugar, white stuff we normally use. And we need, how much? 1/3 of a cup of that sugar. Ta-da!
Bam. Just that easy. All right.
Now-
I want to point out that at this point we've done basically nothing to this cream except put it in a pot.
Yeah.
We did nothing to those yolks except put them in a bowl, and then we just dumped a bunch of sugar on it.
Yeah, see?
So
Like,
far, so good.
super not difficult.
Yep.
So with the salt, it just says a pinch of salt.
How much is a pinch exactly?
Nobody knows. It's just a pinch. So I just tend to like put a little on my hand and then
That's it?
kind of, yeah, just like that.
That's
Pinch.
it?
It just, you need a tiny bit to kind of bring out the flavor, but you don't need a whole lot. So that's all you need to do.
Wow.
And we're going to whisk it together. So this is your whisk, in case you were unfamiliar as to what this thing is for. It's for stirring together these kinds of things. So you just whisk it, whisk it, whisk it. Da, 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 da.
I mean, that came together pretty darn fast.
Yeah, and that's all you need to do. Just whisk it like that until it's all together. And then we're literally just waiting for the cream to heat up.
Unbelievable.
See, it is not that hard. Do not be afraid.
We are not done yet. Still nervous. Still a little nervous.
So once we have our batter together, we're going to put it into small little guys called ramekins. But then we have to put the ramekins in a bigger container with some water in it because it helps cook it together. So you're going to want to put in some boiling water that's just a little bit up. You're going to want it about halfway up the ramekins.
Okay.
So I like to do this right now so I know.
Ooh! Can you see the steam coming off of that? Because I can, and it is terrifying. This is very convenient that you just had the kettle ready to go with that hot water and pour it directly into that pan.
It's magic. The magic of recording. I definitely did not know that this was going to happen ahead of time.
Real shock. Real shocker.
So perfect. So that's the right amount of
So that's
water on
like-
there. So that's all ready to go now.
Cool. It's like just enough water to be halfway up the side of the ramekin-ish, somewhere in there?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
And if you get a little bit below that or a little bit higher than that, it's not a big deal. I have made a real mess of this and still had it turn out okay. Like where I was pouring the batter in and it kind of got everywhere in the water. So then it kind of cooks a little in the water. I made a real mess the first time. Still turns out beautiful and people are super impressed because everybody's scared of creme brulee. So Diva,
Yes.
if you will slowly pour the cream into this bowl I will be whisking it constantly.
Okay.
So the trick to make sure that it doesn't accidentally like cook the eggs so you've got like eggs floating around is to whisk it constantly and slowly pour the cream. If you have a stand mixer, this is fairly easy. You just set it to mix and then you can kind of pour it in yourself. If you have a partner or a friend in the kitchen, that really helps. But it is possible to do it by yourself because I have done it the last couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't go quite as smoothly as I would normally like, but it's totally doable. And we're going to strain it afterwards
Okay.
to make sure if it does kind of cook any of the egg bits, that's going to get taken out.
Okay.
Don't be afraid.
Not cream. No omelets today.
No omelets
That's what
today.
I'm trying to say there. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to come this
Yep.
way so that people can
Snuggle
see
in.
that. Oh, that hot cream, warm cream. My bad.
Perfect. You're
And then
doing
get
great.
that whisking action.
And
I'm
it might
so
smell
nervous.
like cooking egg, and that will make you scared, but it's okay.
Yep. Not gonna lie, it's been a long time since I've cooked eggs either, so I wouldn't know what that smells like.
All right,
If
go
that's
ahead.
what we're doing.
I just got really scared the first time I did this, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh my god, it smells like I'm cooking eggs. I don't think it's supposed to smell like that. It is supposed to smell like that. It's
Okay.
okay. It's okay.
That's the rest of the warm cream.
Perfect. You did that perfectly.
No, you're too nice. You're too nice.
I mean, we made a little bit of a mess, but if you're not making a little bit of a mess, are you cooking?
Then
I think not. I think not. So, like I said, just to make sure that our warm cream didn't accidentally cook any little egg pieces, we're going to take a second bowl and we're going to take a sieve, and then we're just going to pour it through the sieve to make sure that if there are any eggy pieces, we get those out. Perfect.
hey, there's like minimal eggy bits in
Minimal
it.
egg bits. See?
We did it. We did it. We did it. But now we do have to add.
But now we
vanilla
do
extract.
have to add the vanilla extract.
I learned that vanilla beans cost $9 a bean.
Oh, they're ridiculous.
And
It's radon.
as much as I try to keep to the authenticity of these recipes, I just couldn't do it.
No, that's ridiculous.
Nope.
Because it shouldn't have to be a really crazy expensive sort of thing. Like
Yeah.
this honestly is something that you should be able to like whip up for a dinner party and look super fancy, but really not have that much trouble with it. All right, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, if that is what you are using. And a half. Diva, my darling, I will hand that to you.
There you go.
And then you're just going to want to whisk that in really quick for a couple of minutes. Make sure it gets nice and combined.
Whisking.
Whisking.
Whipping cream.
Whisking.
Whipping in the kitchen.
Whip. 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 Whip.
Yeah.
We're fun.
Yeah.
All right, so that is pretty much all combined.
Yep. Looks good.
So that is all we need to do for the batter, for reals. So now we're going to bring,
This adorable ramekin.
thank you. I like a little color in my kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because cooking should be fun.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh. So now with all of them in there, I can see that it's a little high on the water.
Okay.
So not a big deal. Because I didn't study science, so I forget that objects displace water and then things change.
What?
I was a theater major. My parents are proud. So I'm just going to take a little of this water. Just dump it out a tiny bit.
Teensy bit. There it goes.
There it goes.
Down the drain. Donate it.
Don't eat it. See, you gotta be light on your feet.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Mistakes happen
It's like
in
no
the
big
kitchen.
deal. What else?
But you know what? No one's there except you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe your friend.
Isn't that the like Julia Child School of Cooking?
Yes. Yes. Where you just kind of are like, oh, hey,
Whatever.
well, this is what's happening now.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be fabulous regardless.
Into the pan.
Ramekins. Still a little high. Please cut this part out.
Do you ever put the ramekins into the pan and then the water?
I'm still experimenting with the best way to do that. And I did last time, and then I got water all in the ramekins.
Aha.
So this has seemed to be the less watery way to do it.
Well, this pan is like just big enough for these 6 ramekins. There's like barely any space, so I could see how that would be difficult.
All right. So hopefully this should do it. All right. So now we have our ramekins securely on there.
Right.
And Diva, I don't know if you want to do the honors, and then we just pour a bit in each.
Okay.
You can also just do a ladle and ladle it in, which is something I find a little bit easier. But if you get some of the batter spilled into the water, it's not a big deal. It kind of congeals around the side of the ramekins, but it doesn't really do anything. Like, it's not a problem. It's not going to hurt anything. I've done it both of the times I've made this, so do not feel bad about it. Just be like, oh, so extra in the water, that's fine. Make sure you pour it into each of your 6 first, and then kind of go back through and fill up a little more until you've used up all the batter. There should be pretty much exactly what you need for a 6-ounce six-ounce ramekins in this recipe.
That's a tongue twister. Right?
It is. Say that 10 times fast. Touche. Well played.
Ah!
Well played.
Which ones need more?
I would put some more in that one.
Okay.
And yeah, just fill up all of them like right to the top.
Oh, we're going to the brim.
The hardest part is actually going to be taking this whole thing and transporting it to the oven. That is where most of my mistakes happen. That's where you really start to get some of it sloshing over into the water and all of that.
I keep looking at these like they're full, and then no, they're not full. I can definitely get more batter in that.
Absolutely. You want more creamy deliciousness.
Wow. Okay, that one's definitely gonna spill later.
There. They're all probably definitely gonna spill later. This is actually the hardest part, especially if your oven is a few feet away from your workstation. So.
Oh, God bless you. Good luck.
Okay. Oh, I spilled quite a bit into the water, but that's okay. We're not going to worry about that. So we are going to set our timer for 25 to 30 minutes. So you cook it until it's just about set. It'll still be jiggly. It'll still look like, ooh, I don't know if that's done. That's okay. Because after you take it out, after 25 to 30 minutes, you put it in the fridge for 4 hours, and that really lets it set. And it'll firm up, and you'll be fine.
Cool. Then we will check back in 25-ish minutes and see how the jiggly bits are going.
Woo. Okay, so we have waited our 25 to 30 minutes. They are out now. Like I said, it kind of looks still jiggly, like it might not be done. It is. It's just going to take, 4 hours to firm up and cool down in the fridge. So
magic.
The magic will happen.
Yes.
So don't be worried about that. Don't be scared. Just be careful when you take it out of the oven because, again, you can get some splishy splashy from the water onto the ramekins, which I did on one. That's okay. We're just going to pretend I didn't. So you can use tongs to take them out of the water. I prefer a spatula because...
These are a little bit wider ramekins, too.
Yes, they are wider ramekins. There are smaller ones where tongs might be easier to use. For me, since these are quite large, I prefer the spatula. So the first one,
Girl, if you can get your hands on one of those wide ramekins. That dick joke doesn't work. My bad.
No.
My bad.
But I respect the trying. Yeah, you did. You did.
I like my penises like I like my ramekins wide. I'll keep worrying. I'll think about it.
Yep. It's a work in progress.
Not every joke's gonna be a winner.
Nope. If we can.
Wide and filled with custard. Nope.
No.
Still
no. Nope. Definitely not.
So we're just putting these on a wire rack.
Yes. No, actually.
What? every bit of this is more difficult than it looks. You don't even know.
More people tend to be more graceful than I at doing
Pish pots.
anything.
You used to be a dancer.
Yeah, that's the sad part. Those ramekins are hot, hot, hot.
That was better than my joke. Way to go.
Oh, I don't know if it was. That's giving me a lot of credit. So we'll skip this up.
I brought the tiniest wire rack for us to use today.
That's okay. We just really need somewhere.
It's just about like getting them out of the hot pan
Yes.
and the hot liquid.
There we go. And then I'm going to dump the liquid out of the pan because we're going to use the pan to kind of corral them in the fridge.
Ooh. Oh, so we're not even like waiting for them to cool down at all.
No, you don't have to because they're going right in the fridge.
Oh.
So you can just, actually I should have probably still kept that spatula. So I can put them back and stick them right into the fridge.
Oh my.
You just want to make sure you dump that water
Yeah.
before you put it in the fridge. If you're going to reuse your pan to kind of keep it all together in the fridge so that you don't have any more splishy, splashy moments like I did. And if you get some water in the ramekin, not a big deal. Like, kind of gently
Do your best,
tap
friends.
it out a little bit.
That's all we
And
can
then if it doesn't, it's fine. It's totally fine. So then you just let it cool for 4 hours. You know, in general, if you have like 3.5, it's usually pretty fine.
Okay.
But, you know, give it several hours. And then the fun part happens.
Can it go overnight?
It can, yes. In fact, I have made them for like a dinner party with 4 people and had like 2 left over. Mm-hmm. And then I've kept it, like I cover it with some tin foil. And then I leave it in the fridge for like 2 days until we get around to eating the last 2. And it's still fine. I think you can keep up to a week if you cover it in the fridge.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah, so these are really great if you're having people over for dinner to make the night before.
Yes.
Put them in the fridge while you're at work the next day. And then impress people like crazy when you get to the fire part. Yes.
All right, we'll be back in 4-ish hours to see what the fire part is.
Fire!
All right, friends, here we are. The magic of television.
Ah!
A lot of time has passed.
Yep.
An alternate batch has arrived.
The magic of recording.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
Just
it.
go with it.
Same recipe, same amount of time in the fridge.
Yes, exactly the same. And as you can see, after being in the fridge, like there's no jiggliness. It's all solid. So now we can do the fun part, which is the fire.
Okay, I am legit nervous about this.
No. Don't maybe be nervous, but it's fine. So you're going to get turbinado sugar, which is a very coarse sugar that you can easily melt down. You can usually find it pretty much at any grocery store. I think Jewel has it. I know Trader Joe's has it. So it's not that difficult to find. And you're going to just take a handful and kind of spread it lightly out over the top. You don't need a huge amount, just enough to kind of cover most of the top of each one.
What would happen if someone accidentally used the wrong sugar?
We're going to find out.
No, we won't, because we got the right kind of sugar.
Oh, you did? Okay. Yeah. Yes, she did. Woo. I don't know. I have no idea.
I spent a lot of time in the store just like, but where is it? There are a lot of different kinds of sugar available.
There are a lot of different kinds of sugar. And there are a couple of kinds of sugar that will work for this, I think. Turbinado is the most common. There are some like fancier ones whose name I can't remember. But as long as it's a fairly coarse brown sugar, you're probably fine. If you didn't have the turbinado sugar, I wouldn't try this with like a regular white sugar. I would probably go for like a brown sugar that you would normally use in like cookies or something, because that's going to caramelize a little bit better than
That's a
regular
really
white sugar.
fine sugar, yeah?
Right. I don't recommend it, but if you were like, oh crap, I forgot the turbinado sugar.
Everyone's already here. What am I gonna do?
What am I gonna do? I would then maybe try that, but
Maybe then you're just serving custard.
yeah, which is not bad.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna go
Oh
wrong.
no,
with
we
custard.
spilled a little turbinado. I gotta see what the difference is.
Yeah, it's just very coarse. It tastes like sugar.
Yep. It's a real thick, coarse sugar.
Yeah. All right. This is my favorite part.
All right.
The burning.
What is this contraption that you have here?
This is a pastry torch. It's a lot of fun. You use it with butane. Hopefully there's enough butane in there to do all of these. We'll see. But be very careful. It's very easy to use. Just don't flail it around or you'll set things on fire. But don't be scared. Don't be scared. Again, it's okay. And you can do this. So there's a safety on it. So it's like right now I can't turn it on because the safety's on.
Uh-huh.
All right.
No, you just tell
Come
them.
on back.
You tell them.
Come
You
on
tell
back.
them.
You don't trust me?
I do. I don't trust myself.
Fair enough. So to turn it on, we're going to turn this all the way to the no gas or very low gas side. And then we'll pull down the safety. And then we just press the button. And then we push up the continuous button. So now it's just going to stay on. And then we give it the full gas. And then you just start flambe.
So we start off with that little flame,
Yep.
and then we go to a slightly bigger flame as necessary.
Yes. And then you just want to melt it down until you can stop seeing the individual coarse granules and you start to get it kind of merging together into a crust.
Okay. Now I see you're coming in with a perpendicular flame. Have you found that is the best way to go at the sugar?
That is the way I've been doing it.
Cool.
So.
Cool. Now, where does one get themselves a pastry torch of this nature?
I believe online
Cool.
most of the time.
Cool.
I got mine for a wedding gift from a stupid relative who didn't know that I probably should not be given fire.
But also you should be given fire. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Yes.
I'm very excited. It was one of those things that I've always wanted, but always been like, maybe I should not be allowed to have fire in the kitchen.
I think that makes it then the perfect wedding gift. Of just like, this is not a thing you're going to buy for yourself.
Yeah, no, it's totally not. That is the best part of getting married, is getting ridiculous things that you have always kind of wanted, but you are really just never going to buy for yourself.
I know you're handling fire right
Yes.
now, but show off the jewelry.
Yes.
That's good. See, this is the best is that you're just fire and jewelry. Fire and jewelry.
Fire and jewelry.
Yes.
Is there anything more glamorous?
This is coming together very nicely. The smell is, I'm not gonna lie, it's both enticing and bizarre.
Yes.
At the same time.
Yes. Because you're like, something is clearly burning.
Yes.
But I like it.
But I do. It's got a little bit campfire smell.
Yes. It's kind of like doing some s'mores at a
Yes.
campfire.
So on the one hand, I am, again, still very nervous, but also deeply comforted.
Good.
So,
I'll take it.
yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
So we are clearly running out of flame here. But that is fine because we have about 3 done.
Mm-hmm.
So there is 1 for each of us to try. After you're done with the fire portion, you're going to want to let it sit for 5 minutes just to cool down before you serve it. And that's when the crust like really hardens up and gets nice and crunchy, so that when you dig into it, you have that very traditional creme brulee crunch to it.
Which is so important.
So important. Dur. And yeah, I think we're pretty much out of flame. All right. Woo-hoo. As you
Look
can
at
see,
that.
look, and that wasn't so hard.
Those are
Like we
like-
did that. We made that. Like they serve that stuff in restaurants.
Yes.
Yes.
If we had like a raspberry, a
Yes.
sprig of mint.
Like a light drizzle of chocolate.
Yes, we could charge $20 for that.
Easily.
Damn.
I know. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna restrain ourselves for 5 minutes so we don't burn our faces off.
Yes, that's always helpful.
And then we're gonna
Come back and take a taste.
see what's in there.
Yeah.
Friends, we have shown great restraint. We have waited a solid 5 minutes
It was real hard.
to let these cool down just a little bit. I'm ready.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is it? What's the thing you're supposed to do? Is like click, click,
Yeah, you kind of like
clickety clack.
crack the top.
Click. Oh.
See?
It sounds like candy.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So you've got that crispy top. You've got this gooey inside.
Oh, perfect. It's perfect. Mmm. That's so good. You see what we did? Like, you could sell this in a restaurant.
It's so good. It's super
And
sweet.
So good.
It's very creamy. You've got that crispy top.
Mm-hmm.
That super smooth custard.
Oh, it's so good. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. I had no idea that this is what creme brulee is.
Yes, and it is so easy.
Even the oven's excited for us.
As it should be, because this is fancy as fuck.
Wow. Well done. So everybody, make yourself something fancy.
You deserve it.
Continue to live your best life.
Yep.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.